Dream Young Media live. Like, comment, subscribe. Dream Young Media live. Like, comment, subscribe.
Just thank you for being here at the Dream Young podcast. You know, we call it the Dream Young Effect. And we just appreciate you taking the interview and taking the time to sit down with us to talk about some things in regards to the special needs community. So,
thank you for having me. It's my favorite topic, so I'm
Yeah.
happy to be on the show.
yeah, I noticed that you have about 54 videos or something like that on your YouTube channel right now?
Well, with all three of my YouTube shows, over 100.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that.
Good job.
Congratulations on
Thank
that, man.
you.
You're doing some good work, sir. So just
Thank
tell our
you.
audience a little bit more about who you are, why you got into this, subject or topic or industry, and just tell them a little bit about your projects that you're working on.
Well, my name is Samuel Huber. I'm 31 years old. I live in the King of Prussia area. I was diagnosed with autism at age 14. Before that, it was ADHD and nonverbal learning disability, which is meaning I couldn't read body language without being taught how to. Since I got my autism diagnosed at age 14, it's been this lifelong journey of learning a bit about how my autism works. And then last 10 years, I've been working in the autism field for the last 4 or 5 years. I've been a public speaker speaking as a voice of someone who's on the spectrum to end stigma towards people that are neurodiverse, specifically towards people on the autism spectrum, that inspire the fact that we can't accomplish anything, that all the things that people said I could never do, like speak above a 2-syllable word or have a deep, meaningful adult relationship, all those things are actually possible, that I'm actually able to express deep emotions like empathy. I'm here, and that's why I created my YouTube channel, to show that all people experience the normal human experience, which is having a family of their own or having a job, and but we just do it our own way, and that's really the truth of all human experience. We all do things our own way. There's no such thing as normal.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
And I'm tired of hearing that. Well, my child will never live a normal life. What is a normal life? That doesn't exist, because if you really think about all the famous people on the autism spectrum, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Tim Burton, John Lennon, Tesla, Einstein, they all, we wouldn't have iPhones without autistic people.
Right.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have Microsoft without an autistic person. Bill Gates never finished high school.
Yeah.
And look at him; he's one of the richest mofo's out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But that's great. That's great. And so you experienced that yourself, and so that made you start the YouTube channel, and you're impacting a lot of lives right now. I seen you on one of your videos. You were interviewing a dad who had a son, I believe, who was on the spectrum. So
my buddy Jamal.
Yeah. A great video, by the way. Video, by the way.
Thank you.
And so you have a full life, a wife, a family, so that's great. A lot of the things that come along with having a lot of the stipulations or things that come along with people that have autism, they always say, oh, they're not going to have a normal life. And the fact that you're beating those odds is a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that I have a life. That's what I like to say. Like, people ask me, do you enjoy having a normal life? No, I have a life. Again, I hate the word normal, because it's
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's to me it's meaningless. But also, if I want to shoot for what my dreams are, I can't be normal, because to me normal is going to a job that you hate and doing that for 40 years. I don't know. I want to have a job that I love, which is this YouTubing, which is this public speaking, which is advocacy work, and then manifest that, and by giving people like me a place to speak, and working with Inclusion Festival, which is the first autistic geared toward music festival, which is virtual this year, and it's great. And I'm manifesting the life I want to, because my motto is I want to make a life, not a living.
That's
I
right.
don't want to make a paycheck to paycheck, because autistic people are taught how to survive, which is the paycheck to paycheck, but they aren't taught really what it means to have an adult relationship, which is to ask those deep, meaningful questions to your partner. Which is to ask yourself those deep questions. What do I actually want? How do I actually get there? And understand that life's a process for anyone. That autism doesn't make you special in the aspect that, this is something that all humans have to go through. Process of figuring out what you want, who you are, Once you realize that, you realize that autism hasn't stopped you at all. If you're at my level, it's just a part of who you are and what makes you unique and gives you superpowers. That's what I look at.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, like I have a huge sensitivity to light, but it also allows me to pay attention to color more. Like during this whole pandemic, like I take long walks in the forest where there aren't really many people. I notice the different shades of green because I'm very sensitive to colors, and that's beautiful. Rather than I have to wear sunglasses everywhere, and I'm like, wait, sunglasses make me look like a movie star or a rock star. So, like, I have no problem wearing sunglasses everywhere. And just learning to love every aspect that autism makes me, all my sensitivity, my social anxiety. Like it's made me work harder on being human and being empathetic, and it's something that neurotypical people aren't taught or don't. And that's the thing is, in all autistic schools, we're taught how to be empathetic, how to connect with people, and have a back and forth kind of relationship. And like we don't teach our neurotypical children that. I think we should. But that has just taught me more importance about being human, being in those kind of schools, and doing this work has taught me just how human I really am. That I was never less, but that it was all in my head.
That's great. And how did you gain your confidence, Samuel? How did you gain? Is it something that your parents raised you with? Is it some type of mentor you had at some point in your life? How did you gain the confidence to kind of step outside the box and start doing things that people said you could never be able to do?
To be honest, that. At first, I thought it was my parents, but I realized at the end it was me. I wanted to step outside that box. Huge things in the autism world is when you go through the educational system in school, like we're prompted to do everything. But then once all those prompting services go away, we're like, well, no one's here to prompt me. I guess I don't have to do anything anymore. Yeah. No, it comes from you. I went through 3 years living on my own with no real prompting, and my life didn't move forward at all. It was me going to that car and screaming, waking up everyone at 1 o'clock in the morning. I want my wife. That just changed everything. And since then, like, it's my wife that motivates me. But no, like every good decision I made the last 5 years, it's been with my desire to do my own thing. And that's where the confidence comes from. You have to want it bad enough. If you don't have the confidence to do something, you need to work to find it. If you can't find it, that thing is not for you. Do what you're passionate about, and the confidence will come much easier. Because you were told to do something, or you think you should be doing something, and it's just not working out. It's because you don't want to do it. Your soul is not aligned with whatever that thing is. Like working in an office may not be your thing. Maybe working as a mechanic is your thing. Or for the children that are lower functional autism, like if all I can do is work at McDonald's their whole life, but they are happy every day. I've been a job coach. I've worked with individuals who are lower functioning than I am, but they are happy to have a job, happy to greet you and serve you your fries. Like, every day's their best. Like, but their parents are like crying. My son will never go to college, but look how happy he is.
Yeah.
As our founding fathers said, pursuit of happiness. Let that be happy that your child can pursue their version of that.
For parents, there's a certain anxiety because you're like, okay, what's going to happen if I'm not here? When I'm gone, my kid. But then, you had strong parents that actually gave you some type of direction. And that's why we created Dream Young, so that we can just bring advocacy, of course, to people with intellectual differences, period. So whether that's autism or Down syndrome, whatever it may be, they still have the right, to be individual. And then when they do work, because we were job coaches too, when at their jobs, the managers and the supervisors would tell us, these are our best employees. They would mop, but then they mop with so much vigor, and they're happy to do it.
Show up on time, work hard throughout the whole shift.
Yep. So,
and so I have to assume that you have some type of spirituality going on. If you're gonna go, any man that goes outside and screams to the universe, I want to find my wife, right? You have to have some type of awareness about you spiritually in order to even make that choice. So where'd you get that from?
Well, it was funny. Like at that time, in college, I took a bunch of religion classes just because I found it philosophically interesting, but whenever I consider myself that spiritual, like I dabbled in Buddhism a bit because it was more about looking within. I learned a lot from that, but actual spirituality came from my wife, who's a very spiritual person. And then when I told her this story about how I manifested her, she's like, "That you're using The Secret," which is a great movie if anyone like
I
how
read
to
the
use your
book. I read
intuition.
the book twice. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the documentary.
Like you use that to thing, and now I just do that now. Like, I want to have X amount of YouTube subscribers. I want to have, and then I'm when I start saying that to the universe, I realize I start thinking of the steps to get there.
And you know, honestly, sometimes the parents just don't know how to help, and they think they're doing the right thing, and they just need education or someone to show them, the right way, so that they can push the child or the adult now out the door versus, kicking them out and saying, I'm throwing you out on the street. There's a transition.
Yeah, there's a lot of parents out there who are aging out right now, and their kids are getting older and older. 45 years old, still at home with mom. Mom is still, packing his lunch every day type thing. And that's not going to work long term, but the parent can't be around forever. So that the independence of that individual is on the line. They might have to be institutionalized if they don't get the skills up.
Right.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is, if you want to build your child's confidence, help them develop trust with their environment. Like everything about autism like that stops them is there was a breakdown in communication. There was a breakdown in trust. Let him take the baby steps. And it's kind of just like, if you're a parent, your child's 45 years and you're still like hovering over them because you're so worried, like they're never going to develop that confidence. Like no one trusts me. Like, and the only way they're going to develop the trust themselves if you let them fall on their face.
That's right.
I agree.
That's right.
I agree. And you can't feel sorry for them. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's part of the learning process. Yeah.
Yeah, so all they're going to do is feel sorry for themselves if that's all. If you're pitying your child all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate what your child can do. Celebrate their strengths.
Yes,
that's right.
That is how they're going to get out of your basement or their childhood bedroom.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Samuel, for your time today. It was a great interview. I think this interview is going to help a lot of people. And you're already making an impact with all the platforms that you're currently on. And just thank you for being part of our platform.
Thank you so much for having the show.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, brother.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
All right.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
I thank you for watching the Dream Young Effect. We truly appreciate all the viewers out there. We want to just remind you guys to please support the nonprofit's mission. Subscribe, like the video, drop a comment, and just let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're feeling.
And donations are very much appreciated. So, and also comment down below. Tell us how we're doing. If you have a question, let's go ahead and start a conversation.
Thank you.